Hi. You know, the legends in the world of entertainment, both past and present, are just a small, select group of giant stars whose magnificent artistry will shine forever. Now, I'd like you to meet a few of those fabulous legends who appeared with me on my TV series many years ago. You'll be seeing them all in the next hour. Let's begin with the year 1951. And that's when I had the extreme pleasure of introducing an entertainer who richly deserves the title of legend. Throughout the years, he's often been imitated because of his unique style of delivering a song. And he really blew your mind when he blew his horn. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the great Louis Satchmo Armstrong.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy.
It's really very, very good to see you.
Pleasure.
Mr. TV and Mr. LB. L.A.
Mr. TV, L.A., Los Angeles. I dig.
Yeah, well, Satchmo, I want to tell you something. Whenever I hear you sing, I get a great feeling of your great talent whenever I hear you blow the trumpet, that you were born, well, I mean, you're the top. You're really the young man with the horn. I'm not kidding.
Thank you, Mr. TV. And you're my favorite, and you're the young man with the corn.
Well, listen. If I'd have known I was going to get such a big laugh, I'd have given it to myself.
Oh, jeebus, creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Jeebus, the creepers, where'd you get those eyes? Oh, gosh, I'll get up, I'd get so lit up. Gosh, I'll get up, I'd get that size. Oh, now, Reggie, when you turn the heaters on, woe is me, got to put my cheetahs on. Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Oh, those weepers, I'll get that size, yeah.
Now, here's a legend I presented back in 1950. Still a superstar today, the chairman of the board, Francis Albert Sinatra.
Mr. Sinatra, I want you to know that it's a pleasure for you to be on the show tonight. I really mean that.
Well, thank you, Milton. As a matter of fact, I brought a little gift for you from our sponsor, Mr. Bolivar.
You brought a gift.
This is the new self-winding Bolivar.
Oh, that's
watch.
wonderful. That's a lovely...
Isn't that nice?
It's only a case. It's empty. What's the idea?
Well, when you come over to our show Saturday, we give you the works.
You know, isn't it funny? I'll take the watch, please. That's about all I'll get Saturday. I have a thing for you, for your wrist, too.
You
Yeah,
did.
it's just from our sponsor, too. I'll bring it to you right here. That's for you, Frank, for your wrist.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Isn't it gassy? But I want to tell you, you know, you and I should make very wonderful partners, especially on this show tonight.
I think so.
Because who has all the personality?
Berle and Sinatra?
Who has all the class?
Berle and Sinatra?
Who has all the talent?
Berle and Sinatra?
Who has all the money?
Hope and Crosby?
For all the girls, all the boys and girls, just all the girls.
Watch it here.
All the girls. I'm laughing so the jokes don't get lonesome. The girls out front. front tonight, as they come in the theater, they gave me a gift to give you, and I didn't know what to do. I was going to give it to you.
Really? Well, give it to me.
What'd you say?
Give it to me. You crazy foosboy, you. Maybe I'm right, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm weak, maybe I'm strong. But nevertheless, I'm in love with you. Maybe I'm weak, maybe I lose, maybe I'm in for crying the blues, but nevertheless, I'm in love with you. Somehow I know at a glance the terrible chances I'm taking. Fine at the start, but left with a heart that is breaking. Maybe I live life of regret, and maybe I'll give much more than I'll get. But nevertheless, I'm in love with you. Somehow I knew at the start the terrible chances I'm taking. Yes, it's fine at the start, but left with a heart that is breaking. Maybe I live a life of regret. Maybe I'll give much more than I'll get. Nevertheless, nevertheless, I'm in love with you.
Now here's another legend. From 1949, Martha Ray singing her classic song,
Mr. Hackney. And if you cannot play it, then won't you sing it? Oh. And if you can't sing it, then you simply have to swing on me. Talk to one another, will you please? Am I too high class? Oh, ho, ho, la, jada, 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 jing, jing, wally, ho. La, jada, jada, whatever became of those girls? They used to sing like this. Mr. Paganini. Oh, I like that. It gives me a rest. Oh, I love that. We breathlessly await I lost my head. I look better without it. Without it, that's very funny. No, okay. Where was I? Oh, this kid is brilliant. Mr. Paganini. You simply, huh? Clever, huh? Have to. Die, love, do, la, do, day. Ba-ba-do, ba-do, day. Oh, my boy, hey, day. Oh, body, bo, ma. What else? We'll the herds on repertoire. Fruits, and that final bar. Why we greeted you with wild applause. Milton, I know this is a Texaco show, but why do they have to put Haveling on the piano? And what a grand ovation for your interpretation of Any questions? Mr. Paganini, now don't you be a lady. What have you up your sleeve? Come on and spring. All right. And if you can't sing, then you'll simply have to swing.
Dynamite. You know, the world of music has produced only a handful of composers who can be called legends of this century. Names like Berlin, Gershwin, Rodgers and Hart, Kern, Hammerstein, and Lerner and Lowe. And right now, I'm very, very honored to bring you one of America's foremost creators of words and music, a distinguished songwriter who's been on television only once during his entire career, and that one time was on my show. The year 1951, the composer, Cole Porter.
Welcome you to the Texaco Star Theater, Mr. Porter, and I want you to know it's a distinct honor, on behalf of all these very wonderful people, to be on the stage with a great guy like you, Cole Porter.
Thank you, Milton. It's a pleasure to be here.
You know, the name of Cole Porter is an American institution in music, and believe me, ladies and gentlemen, to all of us, Mr. Porter, you're tops.
Well, you're very kind, Milton. I like writing songs.
You do like writing songs? Well, you've written more than you share. Dozens of Broadway hit shows and hundreds of songs.
It's been a labor of love.
To open our tribute to the immortal music and lyrics of Cole Porter, here's the wacky way Florence Desmond and I just mutilated 3 of his greatest hit songs.
You
you do something to me, something to simply hypnotize me. Why should it be? You have the power to hypnotize me.
Marlena.
Let me live beneath your spell. You do what you do so well.
Sardines.
You
Thank you, darling.
something to me
I'm ticklish.
that nobody else can.
I get a kick out of you. Flying too high with some girl in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Still, I get a kick. Oh, your handkerchief, Mom.
Out of you.
Now here's Hollywood's legendary screen star, Tony Martin, singing Cole Porter's exciting melody.
So don't let them begin. Let the stars that was once before return above you. Till you whisper to me once more, darling, I love you. When they begin, the begin. Oh yes, let them begin, the begin. Make them fly to the stars who were there before. Return above you till you whisper to me once more, darling, I love you. Then we settle it on the heaven we're in. When they begin, the begin. When they begin, the
Here's how Joan Davis and I finished, and I mean finished, another Cole Porter classic.
It's delightful, it's delicious, it's delectable, it's delirious, it's the limit, it's the limit, it's the limit, it's the
Then the entire cast saluted Mr. Cole Porter.
Won't you keep on writing, please, and we'll keep on singing Cole Porter melody.
True genius of our time. You know, legends don't only pertain to people. A motion picture also can be a legend, like Gone with the Wind, Citizen Kane, The Wizard of Oz, and one of the greatest films of them all, Casablanca. Back in 1952, I did a spoof of Casablanca, and who do you think I played? Wrong. Not Ingrid Bergman. She wouldn't loan me her dress. I played Bogey, and my co-star in that scene was one of the screen's immortal legends, Peter Lorre, along with Mary Beth Hughes. Watch.
Sam, Sam, I love that song. Shrimp boats. All right, Sam, keep playing that song, Sam. That's the song that I first heard when I first met her. It was over in London, Piccadilly Bar. There I was sitting on a bar when she walked up to me and said to me those three little words. Scotch and soda. Immediately I took her by the hand and she let go of my wallet. Play that song again, Sam. Play it. Not so loud, Sam. I'll never forget her. Her name was Umglick Bergman. Umglick Bergman. She was beautiful. She looked like a million. She was only 26. She had everything a man would want. Muscles, mustache, crew haircut. Boy, what a figure. When she walked, she reminded me of a telephone operator. The line was always busy. All right, keep playing it, Sam. Keep playing it. She was beautiful. I can just see her now, sitting on London Bridge with her dainty little feet dangling into the water. I loved her. I loved her. Then one day, the whole thing happened. Someone told me she was upstairs making love to my best friend. I caught him in a lie. I didn't even know the guy.
Ricky!
Umglick.
Oh, Ricky, I haven't seen you in 15 years. What have you been doing?
15 years.
Oh, Ricky, do you still love me?
I worship the ground you walk on.
You do?
You still own that property, don't you?
Oh, Rick, I appeal to you as a man.
Huh?
I appeal to you as a man.
You don't even appeal to me as a woman.
Take me in your arms.
I'll give you exactly 20 minutes to take your hand away from that.
Ricky, my darling, will you ever forget the thrill of that last kiss? You said it gave you the chills. Since then, have you ever had that feeling again?
Yeah, once when I was hitting her back with a wet flounder. Sam's playing that song again. Come into my office. They're playing our song, Umglick. Look at me. Look at me with the good eye. You weigh about 180.
180?
Yeah, you got your makeup on. Ah, my darling. What's that? What's that?
Freckle.
Walking.
Ricky, the mysterious Mr. M is here. The mysterious Mr. M is here.
Oh, this is pity. How do you know Mr. M is here? Where'd you see him?
I saw him coming out of the X Hotel.
The X Hotel? Where's the X Hotel?
Right next to the Y.
You planted it.
Rick, this is terrible. I've heard of this Mr. M.
Yeah?
He's a killer.
He's a killer. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Well, disguise yourself. Pretend you're the piano player.
Yeah, that's what I'll do, but I don't know how to play piano. Come here, Sam. Here, here's $50. You go in the other room, you understand? Every time I say the word all right, you start to play the piano. When I say the word all right the second time, you stop. You understand? When I say all right, you start to play the piano. When I say it the second time, you stop. And he'll think it's me playing the piano. You got it?
Sure, Ricky.
Okay, let's get in there, quick. Let's rehearse. All right, hit it. Never took a lesson in my life. One hand. No hands. All right. That's done. Now look, no one recognized me, understand? No one
I
recognized
think
me.
he's coming now.
Is he coming out?
Yes.
All right, start the music.
Stop it! Stop that music. You know what it does to me? It drives me insane. It makes me to want to kill.
Cut it out with the music, because I forgot the
Did
word.
you hear me? I'm going to shoot you.
Yeah, I know, I forgot. All right, Irving, stop the
Well,
music.
if you don't believe me.
All right! Stop, without you sake. Imagine me forgetting a crazy word like all right. All right! I want to ask you something. When'd you get here in Casablanca? How come you're here?
I got stranded with a Ted Mack unit.
Stranded with a Ted Mack unit. Hey, that's a very funny joke.
It's all right.
Don't ever say that word again.
What word?
All right. Would you care to see the floor show?
There's no music, all right. Stop that nonsense, will you?
What's the matter with
Where's Ricky?
Ricky?
He's got the diamonds.
Huh?
Do you know where the diamonds are? Where are the diamonds? Where are the diamonds?
Last time I met them, they were in the Bronx. You head to Brooklyn, you take the Casablanca Express, and you get off at DeKalb Bend.
Stop that nonsense.
Yeah?
Have you got the information?
What?
Because if you don't give me the information, I'm going to grab you by the throat and squeeze you tighter and tighter and tighter.
You know, I hate this guy from his last picture.
Then later on, we did a stand-up together, and Peter tried to convince me not to be afraid of him.
Look, are you really afraid?
Well, it is not a-
Fear. What is fear?
Well-
It's but a figment of our imagination. Will you do me a favor?
Fear is a figment of the imagination?
That's correct. Will you do me a favor?
What?
Just repeat to yourself.
Yes.
I am not afraid.
Yeah.
See what it does for you.
And when you want me to say?
I am not afraid.
I can't get too close to you, do I? I am not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
See? How do you feel?
Feel like a liar. I gotta.
Come back.
Yes, yes. Please, I mean that.
What's the matter with your collar?
Well, my collar's very tight.
Well, can I adjust?
I'll see you again soon.
Bill, come back.
Yes, master.
Look, Milton, you look overworked.
What'd you say?
You look awfully overworked.
I
to
am
me.
overworked.
You are. Will you do me a favor? I have a beautiful home in the country. It's very close by.
Yeah.
Come with me. You can get a lot of rest there and a lot of peace.
A
And
lot of rest and peace.
That's right.
Rest and peace. Yes, master. No, I don't. I don't feel good. I've been working very hard. I really mean
Yeah,
it.
you look weak. I told
Weak?
you look weak.
Oh, no, that I'm not. I'm not weak, Mr. Laurie. I'm not weak. I'm just nervous, and I'm not weak. Proof I'm not weak. I used to be a fighter.
You were?
Yeah, sure. I used to box guys and lay them out.
Oh, with me it's different.
With you, it's different?
Yeah, I first laid them out and then I boxed.
You know, for a movie villain, Peter was really a charming little guy. But you never know it by that stand-up we just did. Of course, I've done many stand-ups with legendary stars, and here's a brief montage of a few of them, beginning with one that I did, I think, in 1951 with Jack Benny's sidekick, Rochester.
How old would you say Jack Benny? Would you say he's really 39?
Would you like to try for 78?
Now, I want to know, how old is Jack Benny? I think the folks would like to know. How old is he?
Well,
Tell me, come on.
I tell you, I ran across his birth certificate,
Yeah,
and he's really...
Perfect. Hello? It's for you, Rogers.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, for you.
Hello? Oh, hello, Mr. Benny. It's my associate. Hello, Mr. B. Hello, boss. Okay. All right. Goodbye.
How old is Mr. Benny?
39.
What happened to the birth certificate you were talking
Oh, that was lost in the Chicago fire.
about? Chicago. I want to ask you something. Now, really, how old is Jack Benny? Would you really tell me? Don't you know?
39.
39, huh?
But,
Yeah.
you know, when a battleship gets as old as his,
Yeah?
they scrap it.
Hello? It's for you.
Hello?
Hello, Rochester. This is Jack Benny again.
Well, what is it this time, boss?
I forgot to ask you, how much is Berle paying you for the night?
Oh, just a moment. I'll find out. He wants to know how much you're paying me for the night.
I'm giving you the top salary anyone ever got on the show. $5,000, one show.
Mr. Benny, Mr. Burle's giving me $5,000 for the night.
How much?
$5,000. Tune in next Sunday to the Rochester show.
From 1949, here's part of my stand-up with Movieland's tough guy, Dane Clark.
All clowning aside, you know, Dane and I used to go to school together in Brooklyn. Remember those days in school? Remember those days?
Those
Yeah, the nights weren't bad either. I remember those days.
Yeah, I remember. I'll always remember you with that little runt, you know.
I was the kid.
Guys picked on you.
They always picked on
Those all said that he's this and he's that. But
Yeah.
you said,
What did I
you
say?
said you grew up to be the world's greatest comedian, remember?
That's right, that's right.
But what happened?
I was done. I wouldn't knock it either because I'm doing very well. I'm making $10,000 a week. $10,000 a week I'm making.
10,000?
Yeah, just for doing mattress ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen.
This junk?
Yeah, this junk. What do you mean this junk?
You're making 10 grand.
Yeah, what about it?
Step back, bud. I'm taking over.
Wait a minute. You're taking over. Are you kidding? You going to take over my show? Not with you're not taking over. You're taking over nothing.
I know. I saw it.
Now, look, wait a minute. Now, don't applaud. Don't encourage. I want to tell you something. You're not taking over my show. Do you understand? There's only one thing that'll prevent anyone from taking over my show, and that's it. What are you, a tough guy? What are you? Suppose I refuse to let you take over
If
the
you
show.
refuse to let me take over the show, I'll break every bone in your body.
You're going to fight with me? Let me see you hit me. Let me see you hit me. Go ahead. Let me see you hit me. He's going to hit me. Now, let me see you hit me once more. Go ahead, once more. Once more. Go ahead. Taking orders, eh?
Stop this, will you?
No, don't say anything.
Look.
Yeah, what are you going to
If I'm going to take over the show, I want to know what goes on here. Now,
You
what
wanna-
happens first?
What
around
happens
here?
first?
Yeah.
Well, first we put this big sign up. It says, Texaco presents the Texaco Star Theater starring Milton Berle.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, there'll be some changes made.
You going to change that?
Yeah, from now on, we'll say Dane Clark presents the Dane Clark Theater starring Dane Clark.
What's the name of the program?
Me, the people.
You're going to take over my show? You're not going to take over. What are you, a tough guy or something? What do you come from a mob
Shut
or
up,
something?
will you?
What are you, a wise guy or something?
Shut up, will you?
Come on.
Shut up. Shut up.
He's strong. What, you got a mob or something taking over? You got a big mob? You think you got a big mob?
Sure, I got a big mob.
Who's your mob? Who's your
My
mob?
mob is Cagney, Bogart, Ladd.
You call them tough? I got a mob come over to your house. You know what they do? They ruin the carpet. They'll eat all their food. They'll steal all your cigarettes.
What mob is that?
My relatives. I'm pretty tough.
Here's a cute shtick I did with another great legend of comedy, Harpo Marx.
Well, where have you been? I just announced you've been backstage. Backstage. Nice. Can you get me one, too?
And in 1950, I did a stand-up with the romantic leading man, Francho Tone.
Yeah, on this show on the Texaco Star, you got to relax. You know, just let yourself go.
Yeah, I always do.
You always do?
Yeah, every time your show comes on the screen, I let myself go to the Paramount,
All
the
right.
Criterion. Even when I don't have to go, I let
All
myself
right. I understand. I wish I'd have said that one.
Why did you give it to me?
No, but Francho, you remember that fun we had out in California? He was at my home in Malibu Beach. Didn't we have a lot of fun?
I remember
You remember that?
that.
Oh, it was lovely out there. Betty Grable, she lived right on one side of me.
Who was it lived on the other side?
Who cared? You know what all the fun...
You remember there was a, if I'm right, there was a 15-foot fence between your house and Betty Grable's house.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you must have felt bad about
Sure,
that.
I could never get over it. You know what? I want to tell you the fun I used to have. I'll never forget pushing the hammock and sitting on the hammock. I had Jane Russell on one side of me and Hedy Lamarr on the other.
Now, where was Lana Turner all
Who do you
the
think was
time?
pushing the hammock? But this, well, I want to tell you, look at that smile. Oh, how naive, just because you got so many girls and everything. After all, I can have dates. I could go out with thousands of women. They're just tearing their hair to go out with
wait,
me.
Milton, right
They're
here
tearing their hair to go out with me.
Well, why don't you date them?
Who wants to go out with bald-headed women? I nearly didn't get in the joke. Wait, what is it?
Wait a minute. I want to get Francho Tone's daughter back.
Wait, what's happening?
Oh, no.
Oh, what? Who's this? Oh, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute, young lady. What's the idea? Don't you know the show's going on?
That's all right. Go right ahead. You don't bother me.
Now, wait a minute. Now, please, why don't you leave your seat? Will you please go back to your seat?
How do you expect me to sit out there?
What?
I had to change my seat 6 times during the show.
6 times? Why? Did somebody get fresh with you?
Yeah, finally. Oh.
Please, don't speak to Miss. What do you want, an autograph? An
Yeah,
autograph?
I'd like to have an autograph.
You-
I want autographs of all the great stars
Yeah.
like Bob Hope, Red Skelton, Jack Benny.
Milton Berle.
Don't change the subject.
Would you please, would you straighten it? What is your name, young lady? What is your name?
I didn't say, but my name is Gertrude Hammerslinger.
Gertrude
Well,
Hammerslinger?
I'm delighted to meet you, Miss Hammerslinger.
Ain't he a doll? A living doll?
Wait a minute.
You're very charming.
She is charming.
She is very charming.
She is very charming.
How about you and me having dinner Wednesday night?
I'm sorry, honey. I'm getting married Wednesday.
Oh, that's too bad.
How about Thursday?
You know, in those early years, in addition to comedians and actors, I presented so many musical legends on my show. Here are just a few of them performing some of the songs that made them famous. Let's kick off with a dynamic legend of Broadway, the electrifying Ethel Merman.
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. And when you're laughing, you can see the sun, it comes shining through. Oh, but when you're sighing, you bring on the rain, so stop your sighing. Be happy again, keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
Playing his most famous composition is the fabulous Duke Ellington. The king of country and western, Eddie Arnold.
I'm sending you a big broke my heart. And as the door of love between us closes, tears will fall like petals when we part. I begged you to be different, but you'll always be untrue. I'm tired of forgetting, now there's nothing left to do. So I'm sending you a big bouquet of roses, one for every time you broke my heart.
The Latin legend of the trumpet, Rafael Mendez. Here's the brilliant star of the Metropolitan Opera, Patrice Moncel.
Sing, 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 boom, boom, sing, 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 mandolin is gay. Sing, 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 boom, boom, la la la, sing, boom, la 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 la, sing,
Heavyweights, every one of them. You know, when you talk about legends, you must include two young guys who teamed up and became one of the most hilarious comedy teams of all time. Right now, they've gone their separate ways, but each one still remains a legend on his own. Here they are together back in 1949, Dean and Jerry.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's really
Thank you very much.
What are you shouting? What's the matter with you?
I wasn't shouting, I was talking.
Well, don't talk when I'm talking.
What do you mean don't talk when you're talking? The sign and all the billing all over is Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, not Dean Martin and Dog.
Change.
I don't like the biscuits.
Listen to me, Jerry. I'm a little older than you now. You listen
You're
to
a
what
lot
I say.
older than me. I don't know what you started an argument so early for. We just came out here, we invited to do a show here, and you start a whole
Oh,
big
we're
argument.
buddies. We're pals. We split the money even, don't we?
70-30 is even.
They're studying without me.
Yes, sir, I'm no dope. Let's get back to that 60-40. What do you say?
Dean and Jerry, boy, they were sensational. The next legend that I'm about to present is a true dancing original, one of the most imitated stars in the history of show business. Let me see, he started his career back in 1889. And when he was 80 years old, here's how I introduced him in 1949.
There's an item here, last week's, said that Pat Rooney is celebrating his 60th anniversary in show business. Well, we're very proud, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce one of the first men of the dance to our Texaco Star Theater audience tonight, the one and only Pat Rooney, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed a great pleasure to be back on the Texaco Star Theater program, and especially on the anniversary of my 60th year in show business. You know, it seems like old times. I'd like to do a little number. I think I brought this number out in about 1910 at Tony Pastor's Theater. And I think I'll be doing it forever, I guess. I can remember the steps. The father of the boy.
The other way.
Man, they don't make them like that anymore. What fun memories. Now, I'll always have warm memories of a special night back in 1951 when the Academy of Radio and Television Arts and Sciences honored me with an award for comedy. And the following week on my show, we reenacted that award dinner. The master of ceremonies was one of the foremost columnists of the newspaper world, a television legend who will never be forgotten. And this is the way I was introduced by my very good friend, Ed Sullivan.
In presenting this Michaels Award of the Academy of Radio and Television Arts and Sciences, the winner, I do feel qualified to talk about the winner because Uncle Milty and I sort of were television pioneers back in June of 1948, he for Texaco and I for Lincoln Mercury. And it's always seemed to me that in addition to all of the other honors that have been vested and given to Milton, that he should have a separate citation because he sold more television sets in the early trying days of television than any single performer. So it's with a great deal of pleasure that for the second successive year, voted the top comedian of television, the award goes to Milton Berle.
you. Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I can't tell you how happy I feel at this moment, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the wonderful television columnists and newspapermen who awarded me this very, very high honor. You know, ever since I can remember, I've been connected with show business, and I remember many, many exciting evenings, many exciting times. But tonight, I can truthfully say, is the proudest night of my life. Pardon me. You know, according to the census, 41 is my right age. And since I've been a kid, I've been appearing on the stage. I headlined at the Palace, Detroit, Duluth, and Dallas. Why, I've been out in Hollywood. They said I did jolly good. Radio, I've dabbled. TV, I've babbled. I've appeared in everything since I was knee-high. But should you ask me what's my favorite, this is my reply.
What about radio?
What'd you say, Miss Sullivan?
What about radio?
Well, radio, I like a lot. Radio today has got Huskies, Wheaties, Toshi Schlitz, Wrigley's, Beaches, Crumbles, Ritz, Kleenex, Clorox, Oxidol, Kicks, Cracks, Tootsie Roll, Lysol, Latex, Frigidaire, Linda Libby's, Munsingware, and Portia faces life as John's other wife. And also Gloria's Tallulah. Oh, darling, darling. But radio's got no puppets and no parades. It's got no wrestlers and no charades. No old-time movies from 1902. Television, I love you. Really.
What about nightclubs?
What'd you say, Jim?
What about nightclubs, sir?
Well, nightclubs have been good to me. In a cafe, you can see Corny Hicks right off the farm, Anna Captain's Open Palm, Chorus Girls with gorgeous gams, every Coker's 50 clams, fresh gardenia, cigarettes, Chansonnettes, crazy comics you can watch, Scotch and sodas without scotch, Tony Martin, Freddie Martin, Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, yeah. Melvin. But cafes have got no Sky Chief, no talent scouts, got no baseball, no boxing bouts, no Uncle Milty with Joe Miller jokes. TV is terrific, folks. That's what it is.
How about Hollywood?
What'd you say, Dean?
How about Hollywood?
Well, Hollywood I really love. Hollywood has plenty of melodramas, panoramas, glamour mamas in pajamas, Clark Gable, Betty Grable, Warner Stable, Wilty, every babel wear a sable, movie bosses, quick divorces, quick divorces, quick divorces, quick divorces, quick divorces, and Ma and Pa Kepper. But Hollywood's got no hop-along, no Molly and Jake, got no seltzer, no pies and no cake, no plunging necklines like Dagmar or Faye. Television, you're okay in my book. Motion pictures are dying and dandy. Radio and nightclubs are dandy, too. But television gets my decision as long as Texaco has moved. There's just one place for me, and that's near you. Take it from me, I'd work for free to be near you. And you can make my life worthwhile if I can give you just one smile. I love you all, and I love to be near you.